You can close the legs and then reopen when you go into the chair.
Okay.
Yeah? So if you go backwards, we're going to go into that chair there.
The noise is too much. I'm going for my training. I have my health assistant training today. So, yeah. Hopefully I'm able to get 1 or 2 clips of what we're going to do. And I will let you guys know. See ya. Love you all.
Is really impacted, but their long-term memory can usually be pretty good. So they can tell you something as clear as day, something that happened 20 years ago, but they can't maybe recall telling you something straight away. My mother had dementia like the last 3 years of her life. And I went home one day and I was staying there and my mother was having real problems with the eating. So I said to my mum, what do you want for breakfast? She said, I'll have some crumbs. So I went out, made the crumbs, came back. She said, I don't want that. What else would you like? She said, I'll have a boiled egg. I went in the kitchen and made a boiled egg and I came back in with that and she said the same thing to that. I said, okay, then what else? I then went in the kitchen and made some porridge and then came back in with that, right? Well, on the third occasion, by that time, I thought, well, I've given her plenty of choices here. She said, oh, I said, it wasn't me who made that. I said, that was Grandma, your ma. And she went, what's my ma in the kitchen? I said, your mum made it, Mum. And she went, okay, and she ate the porridge, right? I had to say that, otherwise I would have been going back out there making another 4th thing. And my stepdad said to me, why did you say that to your mother? I said, well, John, I made 3 breakfasts. You've got 2 more to eat. I said, do you want a 4th one? And he went, oh, okay. I said, all right. And because I said her mother had made it, she ate it, no problem. She said, did my mum make that one? Yeah. I said, Grandma made it. But Grandmother had been passed away when I was 15. And I just thought, oh, and I just said it. Because I hate to think how old my grandmother would have been by then, because my mother was 83. No, so short-term memory can be quite impacted. So they can forget things quite quickly. Number 2, does a person's capacity make a particular decision or consent or stay the same? No. But sometimes when people get the first onset of dementia, literally they just get very forgetful to begin with, but as things erode away, they lose their life skills. So for example, when my mother started with hers, so often get her like pull-up skirts with elasticated waist, jumpers that went over her head, because she just simply couldn't, and she got very frustrated with that as well. So we had to change all of her clothes and do that. And my mother never ever wore trousers. So it was very, very difficult. I had to go everywhere to try and find some of these skirts with elasticated waist so she could just pull it up and pull it down. It was really difficult. And, so as things progressed, and then other skills that she lost, my mother was a great cook, then she couldn't cook any meals. She couldn't go out in the community out on her own because she wouldn't be able to find a way home. So things really did deteriorate a lot for her when she got dementia and she was living at home. So does a person's capacity make a decision or consent or stay the same? So I would say no. Can you tell a person's capacity make a particular decision by the way they look? No. Can a social worker...
Hi guys, thank you if you have been with me to this moment. So a quick one. If you go for health assistant interview or health worker interview, I've noticed that there are some set of questions that they repeat all the time. Like I've gone to like 10 interviews. So what are these common questions? Number 1 is, if there is an infection in a care home, what will you do as a healthcare assistant? So what you answer is that first of all, you isolate the source of infection. That is, the resident who is infected, you isolate the person from other residents from getting infected. Number 2, you practice washing of hands, consistent washing of hands properly, the ideal way, the NHS way of washing of hands. Then number 3, you use your personal protective equipment. Yes, you ensure that you use your PPE always while attending to all residents, and change at intervals, change between patients. If you are finished attending to one resident, if you are going to another resident, you change in between. That's number 1 question that I've always encountered. Then another one is, if you see a resident being abused by a staff, maybe a nursing staff, a healthcare assistant staff, a manager or whoever, what will you do? the thing you are supposed to do is to report to the safeguarding officer guiding the care home, and also report to your manager or your supervisor. Any person that is directly above you, report to the person of what you have seen, and report not by assumption but state accordingly exactly what you saw during the abuse. Then another one also that I've also encountered is, if how do you show team spirit? How do you show that you work as a team? So number one thing you can say is that you can take up shifts when one of your team member is down. Maybe the person is sick, the person has an emergency to attend to, and there is nobody to take. Another thing they also ask for people that are going for homes that have dementia patients, they ask you what is dementia. So dementia is a temporal loss of memory that causes forgetfulness, it causes confusion, it causes inability to carry out physical and personal care and preparation of meals. So they will be needing a lot of support. So this is what you say about dementia. But if you are going for a home that is entirely on dementia, that means you have to read furthermore on care. They ask you, what do you understand by person-centered care? So it's a care that you make your residents inclusive of all decisions and actions that you're about to take. So when you want to choose their clothes, you tell them, do you want to wear this or do you want to wear that, and you work according to their choice. Also, when you have their bath, you cover them with towel. When you are attending to them, you close the door, and all those things. That's the person-centered care, trying to show them respect and also try to make them know that they matter. So I think with this step, I hope I've been able to help you. Thank you for being with me to this moment. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. Like this video, share and comment. If you know whoever that it will be helpful to, share to the person. Subscribe to my
Step back, away from the body. I'm going to move back, I'm going to disconnect these again, go back to the arm. That's it, lovely. They're alive. You know something funny? We have this little app and it's all for people who...
Okay, let me
I
try.
know it's hard.
So I look around the patient,
Super.
see if there's anything to remove. Yeah. Hold on. Hello. Hello. Are you okay? Can you hear me? Check for heart rate.
Lovely. Lovely. We're going to try the leg sausage first. Where is it? Right. So it's this one, work the risk assessment, and it's a ticky lad. Have you got one of those? No. No? Right, okay, so I'll give you that one. Give you that one. And I'm going to help you fill it in. It's really simple. Literally just a ticky.
I've got 100 please.
You got one?
Yeah.
Okay. So all you're doing is on the top line, this very first one, you're just going to write your name. So in the top box of the marker, you're going to write your name, and then you're going to put today's date.
No, staff member.
Yeah, so you're just going to put your name in here, and then today's date. And then I've got to take Mark Cooper off because he was the manager here, but he's left now. So we've got to put, we've got to just cross that name off if you can, and then I'll put her name in a minute. So When you then come down to these little boxes at the bottom, where it says number 1, where it says age, and it's 40 to 49, if you're younger than 40, please can you write your age in that box.
Okay.
If you're 40 to 49, tick that. If you're 50 to 59, tick, or whatever, yeah? Then when you're coming down to the next box, it asks you your ethnicity. So if you're white, you tick white. If you're black, you tick black. The next one, gender. If you're female, you tick female. If you're male, you tick male. Yeah? Next one, don't worry about the BMI, but then go down to the next one that says pregnancy. If you're a female and you are pregnant, then you tick if you are there. If you're not, you just tick not applicable because you're not. You just put not applicable because you're a man. Yeah, you're going to help with this one, put the sling on?
Yes. We'll put the sling on first.
Put the sling on first before we do that. So if I lift my leg up, there we go. There we go.
Twisted.
It's a twist. Oh, right, is it? Ooh. Lovely, ladies. Bang yourself on that one. Is it alright? Under?
Yeah,
That's
it is
it.
okay.
That's alright. Not too bad. I never wear skates, I always wear trousers, so I'm happy days. Okay, so we're down with that one now. We're going to bring it in and
Do you
then
want to do that?
You're going to
Spread
hoist
the legs.
spread the
first.
legs first, yeah, and then bring it in.
And raise
Well done,
it.
my woman. Happy days. Watch your little feetie. If it's non-manual at the bottom, and it's not electric, there may be a pedal. You press on the pedal to open the legs, or it could be a bar to open. If it's non-manual at the bottom.
Yeah, I remember those ones.
Yeah, so do I. I remember the ones where you stick the pole in and go, 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 go.
Oh,
Yeah. I remember them.
Oh, God.
So we're going to go yellow.
Yeah, because we're doing seated.
So we're going to go yellow. There we go. And then longy legs on that one. So with someone like me, it's always going to be long legs if it's the longest one because I'm short. If I was taller, then you would then put it on
Shorter
the
ones.
shorter ones, yeah.
Okay. So
Up we go, top floor, madame. He's getting the chair out ready. Very lovely, thank you very much.
That's all right.
Now, once I go up, you can see where my little legs are.
Yeah.
So you can imagine if my little legs were in these yellow ones, how far up my legs go back. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So you've always got to think of that, thinking, how short or how long are them little legs?
Is it okay?
Yeah, all fine. Lovely. So you're going to
I
go
should
out.
close the legs.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Turn round.
Turn round. So if you turn round, you might. So you turn it all the way round. And then Debbie will be behind the chair when you go in. So now if you go turn now, so we're going to go towards the chair. That's it. I can't see because I'm not looking. But then you've got to turn, I've always then got to be turned
Okay.
this way, so that when I go into the chair, I'm forwards on.
Okay.
Straight back.
Then go straight back into the chair. The person behind will pull the straps into the chair, and then you then going to lower, yeah? Because obviously what you've got to think about, you lower now. If you lower, press the button to lower me. Because what you've got to think about is when you're lowering the person into the chair, their back has got to go down the back of the chair. These chairs move, but when you're in a care home, they're solid, so they won't.
Okay.
Yeah? So you just lower me down now.
Okay.
There we go. And Debbie will put me into the back of the chair a little bit. But don't worry too much, Debbie, because the chair will move.
Yeah.
But don't worry too much. And then we're down we go. But when you're in the care home, they won't be that loose. Yeah, so lovely, thank you very much. And then in the back of the chair, and then you just take the sling on.
How was that?
That was lovely, thank you very much.
Pleased. It's not a nice sensation, is it, to be hoisted?
No, to be honest with you, I mean, I remember when we used to have a gentleman when I worked in a care home, and he absolutely hated the hoist. And we said to him, right, we'll do it as, you know, we won't be long, you're not going to be there, but it used to frighten the pants off him.
It has
Yeah.
some
They've got
people-
more
some
control,
people-
haven't
Yeah, exactly. So at least that way, while you're talking to them, give them loads of reassurance,
Yes,
maintain
it's
eye
okay.
contact.
It's okay.
Maintain eye contact.
All
The
right.
other thing to be careful of, if you've ever got any gentlemen and you're moving and handling them and you're raising them up, always make sure that they go up a little bit and say, are you okay? Because what you don't want is you don't want those things underneath to catch on anything, it's family planning, because if it pinches it would be very uncomfortable for him. So always be careful of that.
All right.
But other than that, then you should be okay, ladies. All done. Okay, lovely. So that's the moving, handling done. We'll just finish off the last couple of forms. Anything else we've got left to do? And then we'll...
So guys, I'm back from the training. Sorry if the picture was not so bright. I'm sorry about that. That's what I could get. So thank you for watching. See you in the next one. I'm so tired. Bye.